Hi children. Remember the time in February, March or probably January when you were going to school? What was your schedule like? So when you get up in the morning, you do whatever has to be done in the morning, and then you lug your heavy bag and put on your shoulder as you run to catch your school van or cycle to school or walk or probably by your dad's car or your bus. So if you have a bus, you would climb onto the bus, hold it and pull yourself, right? So in school, if your class is upstairs, you would run upstairs to your classroom and then run down again probably for your assembly or whatever. And then at the end of the school, when the school is over, of course we're not talking about the games period when you would be playing something, you get back home again, the same thing. If you have a bus to climb on, or you run to school or cycle to school, and once you're back home, if you had any of your coaching classes for cricket or basketball or aerobics or dance or whatever, in many ways unknowingly we have been using many of our muscles which we don't have an opportunity to use now, right? For example, there's no opportunity to lug this heavy bag and put on your shoulder. So as you lug your heavy bag, what all are you doing? You're using these muscles here. Then you're using these shoulder muscles. There's so many of these muscles are being used very unknowingly, where you don't have an opportunity to do that now, right? So scientists say that you have about 3 weeks to a month time before the muscles will go back to becoming weak, right? And unknowingly the muscle that you were using is not being used now, right? So those muscles probably are getting weak, and we can't allow ourselves to do that, right? Because as growing children, we need to remain healthy. So what kind of work are you incorporating in your daily life now to make sure that those muscles continue to be used? So if you have been lugging this heavy bag and walking to school, is it possible to do that now? Probably pick your bag or take something else, do some heavy weight lifting here and there. Or if you've been walking to school, probably you could incorporate a walking into your schedule now, because with online classes that have started, you have so much of classes, and on top of that you also have a lot of homework to do, right? So we can't be sitting in front of the screen all the time. Some kind of an exercise has to be incorporated. You could walk. So if you have been sort of walking to school or cycling to school, you could involve some of your exercises. If you've been cycling, of course there's no way to cycling, but you could jog at the place that you're standing. If you don't have enough space to run around, or if you've been playing basketball and now there's no opportunity to play basketball, you could do that kind of a movement again. Probably throw your ball into one made basket you can make if possible, or in some way mimic those actions which you were doing at a time when we had school, because it doesn't look like in a month or two a school might start now, right? It might take a little longer than that. That's one. Second is that during those school days, as young children, we keep, especially for very young children, there's so much of movement, right? There's so much of movement that's happening, and because of that exercise we are tired and we get very beautiful sleep. Today if you say that I'm sleeping, it's probably not because the body is tired. It's probably because of your radiation that are coming out of your screen that gets you to sleep. Many children tell me that they're sleeping much more than they used to earlier, right? And that is not a very peaceful sleep. So we need to get the body energized, and that needs to get us to sleep, finally the sleep that our body is longing for. Third point is that when we do some kind of an exercise, our body produces something called endorphins. Endorphins are happy hormones, okay? The hormones that give us happiness, and it gives us a feeling of, this is nice, and that takes us, that kind of enthusiasm that is generated when endorphins are produced, takes us a long way in keeping boredom away, looking forward to doing some creative things, and looking forward to doing things in whatever creative or not doing homework. It also plays an important role in our relationship with people, how nice we feel about others. So these endorphins are very important hormones to be generated in our body, and exercise gives us that. Okay, so how all can you make endorphins in your body? You could do this exercise I told you: jog, run, jump, skip, hop, whatever is possible. If you're walking, children, make sure if you're walking up and down, if you don't have much space, or even if you're walking on a terrace, make a 8 each time you walk. Okay, so if you're turning from the right when you go that side, when you come this side, they turn towards the left, so that you make a 8 each time if you're walking or running. Make sure you do that. Okay, besides that, You could also be doing hopping, whatever playing involves. Laughing a lot also produces endorphins, right? So make some opportunities to do a laugh with group, call up people, have group chats, and laugh and reminisce those beautiful moments that you had together. And yeah, so people who are continuing the dancing or aerobics or yoga and all have not much to worry about. That makes sure that some amount of exercise is done on regular basis. But for children who are not been able to do that or didn't think of these movements which we had been going through when our schools were open, it's time to think, right? How can I mimic the actions that I used to do so that my muscles still remain strong when the school starts? I'm ready to get back to school, right? So all the best, take care, make sure that you are able to incorporate these and still remain happy, laugh a lot, enjoy. Bye, ciao.